Nice.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tide House. My name's Ian. Today we're going to do a classic cocktail, a Tom Collins. Now, the history of the Tom Collins is there's a lot of urban legends out there. Love urban legends, love them to death. I read one which I thought was pretty funny. So apparently Tom Collins was it was something they used to do back in the 1830s. It was a prank in America, in New York specifically. And what they would do is they would send their buddy, or they'd tell their buddy, hey, did you know that Tom Collins over at the bar was making fun of you? You should go over there and beat him up. So then Tom Collins, he'd get, or your buddy would get all mad. Oh, that's Tom Collins. Oh, and he'd run into the bar and he'd be like, where's Tom Collins? I'm gonna kick his ass. And it turns out there's no Tom Collins. And a couple bartenders caught on to this prank and they said, you know what, we're gonna make a drink called the Tom Collins and serve it to them when they come in here all mad. That's a bit far-fetched, but still interesting, kind of funny, right? So the real history behind the Tom Collins actually dates back a little further, early 1800s, and is actually made by a man named John Collins. Now, John Collins is a Holland dude. He's up there in Holland. He has his own gin that he distills called John Collins Gin. Anyway, long story short, they start to make these Tom Collins. Now, John Collins kind of invented this drink, but he used Old Tom gin, or at least that was the most popular gin in England at the time. I know, a lot of moving pieces. It's unclear if John moved to England and came up with this drink, or John Collins gin, they were pushing that recipe on to the British Empire, and the bartenders there just really liked the sweeter option that was Old Tom gin. So that is the story. So they would name it a Tom Collins using the Tom gin based on John Collins' recipe. Or some fucker went into a bar and was like, where's John Collins? Either way, they're both pretty funny. So let's get into it. Very simple drink. You want a Collins type glass. This is about as close as I have. Fill it with ice. This is a gin drink. All we're gonna need is gin, lemon juice, some simple syrup, maybe some cherries. Very, very refreshing drink. I mean, this was the drink for housewives to have in the 1950s. Whip me up a Tom Collins, honey. I'm gonna go and water the plants outside. This was it. This was suburbia at its finest. Don't mind me, I'm gonna be sipping on our holy water here. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. But holy water, very delicious drink. So let's get into a Tom Collins, shall we? So, got our glass of ice. We're gonna need some gin though. So again, we're gonna go into the Beefeater 24. I don't know if there is, what is it? Tom Collins or Tom gin. I'm not sure, but regardless, we're gonna go 2 ounces of the gin right into the glass. All right, 2 ounces of gin. We're gonna do 1 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice, which I have right over here, my handy dandy thing here. So we're gonna do 2 ounces. Oh, just enough. Now we're gonna take our simple syrup. Where's my simple syrup? Right here. And we are gonna use a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Now this is store-bought. You can make your own simple syrup. Just water and sugar, baby. That's it. Water and sugar. Super simple. All right. And I forgot one more ingredient. Chilled club soda. So let me get that out of the fridge here. All right, 3 ounces. Perfecto. Now all we're gonna do, my friends, we're gonna give her a good stir. Today we're gonna use my horsey spoon. Pretty fancy, I know. We're just gonna give it a good stir. We're gonna mix all those ingredients up really nice. Also chilling it at the same time. That's why it's so important to stir. All right. So, for this, garnish is a lemon wedge and some cherries. So, I'm not going to sandwich them together. I think this drink deserves a bunch of cherries. So, we're going to bust out, and I am just going to make sure I get some cherry juice in there. I'm just going to pour it right in. How's 4 cherries sound? Just let it sit right there on the top, because that cherry juice is going to kind of flavor everything in there. And we're going to lemon wedge, and this is going to require a little bit of a longer straw. And there we have it. 1 Tom Collins. Super simple cocktail. Let's try it out, shall we? Cheers. Honey, I'm watering the plants. Man, that is delicious. That is so good. I have to tell you, that's probably one of my favorite drinks we've made so far on this channel. Tom Collins is solid. Good job, Tom and John and all those other guys. Can't drink it all because I still got to take pictures of the thing. But that's a Tom Collins. It's so good. It's like an adult lemonade is the best way I can describe it. You know, with that fresh lemon juice, the sugar from the simple syrup, a little bit of that cherry juice in there. The club soda really kind of keeps it kind of fizzy and bubbly, but not too much. And the gin disappears. It just disappears. Fantastic cocktail. 2 thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was as entertaining as it was to shoot. I had a lot of fun today doing this. And again, if you haven't checked out my last video, that would be the holy water, and yep, still delicious. I got to keep checking on that, but still delicious. So thank you, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for more videos. Thank you very much. Cheers.